Well, I'll tell you what. I was sitting here listening to this amazing Christmas song that I've been hearing for ever, and it's called, "I Wish You a Merry Christmas." It's very, very exciting song. As a matter of fact, listen to this. It's just so exciting. It gets you all pumped up when you hear about "I Wish You a Merry Christmas." And so I was just so pumped about them. Like, oh my goodness. Yeah, I'm like, yeah. And then it's like, this is the year I was gonna find out. What's figgy pudding? I mean, think about it. It's like, you gotta go, da, 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 da. I'll bring you some figgy pudding. I mean, this is the year of drive-through, right? Got like some
Did you say
fries
figgy?
and some pizza. And it's
Wait,
like,
did you say figgy?
yeah, that's what it says. Like figgy. I guess
I mean
it's
fudge? Like
no,
chocolate
no,
fudge?
it says something. It says figgy pudding. It really
It's made
does.
out of figs?
Well,
Like fig Newtons?
that's what I used to think. I mean,
Like cookies?
obviously Daphne loved fig Newtons, and so we had lots of fig Newtons around. And what was the helping on fig Newtons?
I don't know. I used to eat them by the sleeves. Like,
You ate your
you blinking
sleeve?
Oreos.
You ate
yeah,
your
they used, to
sleeve.
come, they used to come in like sleeves of cookies. I don't know.
Well,
Just eat
I
by
re-
the box.
I know nothing. I know nothing about those.
Yeah.
Yeah, you would eat a sleeve at a time, right? It was like a couple
Yeah,
figs.
no apologies. No
Yeah.
apologies.
But it doesn't beat a whole fig. But I was thinking, like, this is important because we're singing about the time that means the most for us as Christians, the birth of God,
Right.
Jesus. And it's like, where did figgy puddings come from? What? I'm going to bring you some figgy
I'm
puddings.
still trying to figure out what a figgy is.
Well, I thought a figgy was a figgy, a
figgy.
fig, and they were just kind of making a musical lyric about it. And so they just put,
Yeah.
let's just call it figgy. And then I thought about the 60s, Twiggy. Nope, not that. And so,
Twinkie?
no, they tried it. Yeah, they found a Twinkie, man. They was digging for some biblical digs in Israel. I think they found the Bible, the Dead Sea Scrolls, and a what? A Twinkie. They will outlive cockroaches. No,
Right?
they taste really good. They're amazing.
For some reason, they just don't go bad. I don't know if that's a good thing or not.
So, Donna asked me the other night, she says, would you like some of these chocolate? No, they're called Praline pecans.
Mm.
It wasn't doing, no, I said, no, I don't want any of those.
You said no?
Yeah, I wasn't craving or anything like this.
Wow.
Then something hit me like, you need to go try one. I went and tried one.
It came over me. I had a sudden urge.
But once I ate that one, I wanted
Toss
another
her
one.
up.
I wanted another one. Right? And then another. I'm like, I can't stop. I think I'm addicted to it. I told Donna. I said, you pushed this on me. I did not have any craving for this stuff, but now I'm addicted to praline pecans. So getting back to figgy puddings.
I was still waiting.
I mean, you think about this.
Figgy pudding.
Is this a recent? I mean, I just don't want to. Where can you? Did you Google? Did you see if Amazon's carrying some figgy pudding?
I did not. I was waiting for the punchline. I didn't even know what a figgy was.
They'll deliver it in 2 days.
Yeah.
So go ahead and do you look it up? What is figgy? We can't move on. We got to find out what is this figgy pudding, right? Because we're like pumped up about Merry Christmas and all this, and it says, and we'll bring you some figgy pudding. I love Jesus, so if I'm supposed to bring you some figgy pudding,
There we go.
what's that? What?
It's actually, according to dictionary.com, it comes up as a
that's
rich.
Oh, Jesus.com. Yes, go ahead. No.
Hey, you said it came up on Google. I Googled it. A rich boiled pudding made with flour. I don't even know what that word is. Suet? S-U.
Spell it.
Sweat?
Wait, make sure you're.
Yeah.
That's made out of sweat.
Your sources need to be better here. Hold on a minute. Let me just look
It's online. It's on the internet, so it's got to be true.
Well,
Right.
the American greeting cards, which is probably more of
Okay. Figs and other dried fruit traditionally eaten at Christmas.
Well, what is it? That's the whole thing.
It's okay. What is figgy pudding made of? Figgy pudding is a pudding in the British sense of the word, which means it is a steamed cake-like dessert. This particular Christmas version is traditionally made with suet, which is raw beef or mutton fat. I didn't even know that was a word.
Mutton. That's actually a British terminology. They said,
Eggs.
Yeah, what?
This is the explanation of what sweat is. suet.
Sweat.
Eggs,
Suet.
brown sugar, breadcrumbs, spices, dried fruits, and last but certainly not least, brandy. That is figgy pudding.
It does not look good at all.
So if a cake's got a sweat, I don't think we need
I would have reached for the Twinkie, I'd have gone with the Twinkie if I've seen that.
Well,
those are my options.
That is the sweat that comes off of the cake. So you're looking at right here too. It says, under AmericanGreetingCard.com, it says, dating back to at least the 16th century, figgy pudding, a dense, moist, cake-like dessert, also called plum pudding. Plum pudding or Christmas pudding. It just doesn't sound right from the old English. So this is something. This is like, Columbus sailed the ocean blue and they were passing out figgy pudding. That's how long this has been. Right? That's a long time.
Take your word for it.
Well, according to AmericanGreeting.com.
Okay.
Not dictionary.com.
Yeah, dictionary.com. Yeah.
And so, like you said, dried fruits and stuff, the fruit cake and all that, which it's probably different kinds of fruit cake possibly. Mm-hmm. But I like fruit cake. I think the good thing about it, you can keep it as long as you want to. 3 years later and try it and see if it's good.
Depends on where you get it.
Yeah, you might get that might not. It might ferment. That might not be good. So figgy pudding. When they talk about bring us a figgy pudding in that song, we want to wish you a Merry Christmas. I'm talking about. Oh my goodness, that's amazing. So we're gonna bring you. I would just call it bread pudding. I mean, we're from down south in America.
I'd have said bread.
Pudding. I'm sweaty bread. Sweaty bread. But there's a place in Robertsdale, Alabama, or Foley, Alabama, in the South, that supposedly my father and his wife Martha goes, and it's $14 and something for a piece of their bread pudding. I don't know. I mean, that's quite a bit for a piece of bread.
Is American dollars, or are we talking?
I don't know. They have to hire an Uber to come back. I don't know why. What's in that bread pudding? But I'm messing with you. They have to do an Uber. They don't know what that is. So, yeah. So bread pudding is an amazing stuff. So I would say, bring me some bread pudding. Right. So go. Let's try the lyric. Bring me some bread pudding. Bring me some bread pudding. Bring me some bread pudding right now. That's what the song says.
There you go.
That's definitely a Southern term,
version.
Right? Yeah, right. So we have solved this deep theological question about a Christmas song. What is figgy pudding? We know now it's bread pudding.
I can't sleep tonight.
Yeah, and if it starts sweating, don't eat it. That's what I learned. If it starts sweating. So here, I'm like a brand new believer in the Lord. I was in law enforcement. I got saved, so I'm like just fresh, squeaky, know nothing. And I was listening to this song. I thought, man, I was just so in love. I was so in love with Jesus. I didn't know him, now I knew him, and I was in love with him. I want to know everything about him. At Christmas, I finally knew what Christmas is about. I'm like, this is so awesome. This is just so wonderful, And so I'm listening to this song, The Little Drummer Boy, and I was raising my hand like, this is awesome, The Little Drummer Boy. I'm having this spiritual moment with The Little Drummer Boy, a newborn king. So I'm like, I gotta find out about who this drummer boy is. I gotta find out. That's so cool. Here's Jesus in a manger, and all of a sudden this guy, the little boy, shows up with his snare drum. He has nothing. to offer Jesus. This is the lyrics. He has nothing, but he had his drum. I was so moved. I'm like, oh my goodness, this is an awesome story. And then, so he shows up with his snare drum, his drum, in the manger. And I'm thinking, I got to find it. So I'm flipping the Bible. Where's the drummer boy? Where's the drummer boy? Hitting the concordances. And they didn't have Google back then. They actually had a lexicon, which is a book you look in, which is really probably better. Anyway, and I was so shocked. On a Christian station, they were playing fake news. There was no such thing as a drummer boy. I was like devastated because I was having the spiritual moment, like, has nothing to offer, Jesus. Oh my goodness. I so can feel his pain, is that what's going on? And I'm thinking, oh my goodness, the drummer boy. I was having a moment. And I found out they don't even have a drummer boy. I was so devastated for all the percussionists out there that were just convinced that Jesus had somebody that showed up that had a drum. Well, obviously, you can worship the Lord on drums. That was kind of like shocking. Thank you for watching the Greg Lancaster Show. Don't forget to follow us, like us, and subscribe. Go to our YouTube channels, Facebook, Instagram, Rumble, Parler, Spotify, iTunes. Download our app. Even on Getter, go to the Apple Store and rate us. When you rate us, more people will get the broadcast. That's how this whole logarithm thing works. And thank you for watching the Greg Lancaster Show.